It is another beautiful episode at the Crypto Investor Podcast. My name is Daniel Leinhardt, and today's episode must be one of the most important conversations that I've ever had with you, because I'm going to expose the 7 biggest crypto myths that I've seen so far, myths that almost destroyed my life, myths that cost me money, and myths that millions of people are still believing in until today. And some of these are actually my worst crypto mistakes. I speak as somebody who has been a victim of crypto scams. I speak as somebody who does crypto research and now a journalist, and I also represent over 400 OneCoin claimants in the famous OneCoin lawsuit. So when I speak about myths, I'm talking from experience and not theory, because I have lived through pain, I have lived through the confusion, I have lived through the lies. And today I'm going to break it all down slowly, clearly, and of course, honestly, the way nobody else would do it in the entire crypto industry. This episode is not financial. I'm not giving financial advice. This is simply emotional advice, psychological advice, survival advice, and real life advice from somebody who has been there. Let us start right away. So when people think about crypto, they think about becoming millionaires in the next 3 months. And that was me. That was me in my years around 2016. Okay, when I first heard about crypto, when I first heard about Bitcoin, I used to think that in the next 3 months, the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, I'm going to be driving of my crypto investments. Why? Because that's what you will see when you scroll through TikTok crypto videos. That is what you will hear when you watch YouTube videos of influencers and hypers. That's what scammers want you to believe. I'm going to give you a little bit of my personal story, because I think from that you will therefore understand me fully and why I'm actually telling you this. I entered crypto with the same mindset that I'll be a millionaire in the next few months. So when OneCoin came, they told us, Daniel, this is your chance to change your family forever. And me joining in, I joined in because I wanted my family to become millionaires, to own expensive mansions in the city, have hectares of land and farm. So they sold us the dream of overnight riches. And as a young man, I was really hungry for a better life, and I wanted to believe. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, some projects are there that will promise you heaven and the earth, that will make you believe that in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, you're going to become millionaires. We've seen them come and go. So fast forward, I ended up losing money My family lost money, lost money. Because I believed in fast money myths. Are you a person who believes in fast money myths? So when you hear somebody talking about how to get rich very quick and you can change your life, look at my account, this is $100,000, I've earned it in the last 20 days, you get excited? I'm going to give you a real life example. Imagine planting a mango tree. If you plant it today, you don't stand there tomorrow asking where the fruits are. Never. Of course, with a mango tree, it would take you something like 5 years, I think, or 2 years. I think 3 years, somewhere there, for you to start seeing anything like a mango fruit. But in crypto, people plant today and they expect to harvest tomorrow. People plant today and tomorrow they expect returns. I don't know from where. I don't know how money makes itself in crypto exchanges, but that's what people believe. But in my own experience, that's not how life works, like never. And that's not how business works. And certainly not how crypto works. But trust me, nobody will talk about this because these are not the truths that people want to speak about on a daily. In my own experiences, crypto success takes years of patience. It takes years of learning through mistakes. It will take years of studying real technology. And it will take years of understanding cycles. And it will take years of you treating it like side business and not your first escape route. Okay. I think I've become serious in crypto, I think around 2020. But even when I became so serious, I had to learn a lot. I've made mistakes since 2020 that I cannot explain to you right now. You will even not believe. You're actually saying that, this guy is a fool. But the mistakes I've made in my crypto journey up to this particular level that I'm on right now, it's a lot. I think after my Platincoin mistake in 2017, of course, realizing that it was a scam around 2019, 2020, I changed my entire crypto investment approach. So instead of chasing quick money, I started focusing on services in crypto, me providing a service. And I think that's when I started creating my serious YouTube channel, different websites, of course, migrating from one to another until now, me doing cryptoinvestor.com for now 2 years. I've been crazily persistent now on this very one. I am now looking at long-term holdings, holding a crypto for years. There's a crypto I'm holding for 2 years right now. And of course, looking at real ecosystems now, like Troption's Unity that builds over decades. Right now, I'm focusing on Troption's Unity. Of course, looking at Troptions as an entire ecosystem and Troption's Unity as a token in particular, I think there is something in it. If you're listening to this podcast right now, I want you to get on your Google after listening in and type in Troptions. Type in Troption's Unity. Try to read about Troptions. Try to read about Troption's Unity. Try to understand how that ecosystem of digital barter happens. Of recent, I've got to understand that actually the oldest cryptos are not Bitcoin, neither Ethereum. I got to understand that the oldest cryptos are not Bitcoin, neither Ethereum. And I think this is a lie. Of course, most people might not believe me right now when they are listening in, but when you take time to find out, to make research, you will definitely understand me. People think that actually crypto started in 2009. That is wrong. Okay? But believe me, very few people know the historical timeline. I found out the truth of recent that the oldest crypto concepts living today is actually troptions, standing in for trade options. It started in 2003 by Garland E. Harris before Bitcoin was even an idea in 2009, before Bitcoin blockchain was even built in 2009. So back then the concept was simple. Use digital value as money and not speculation. So back then it was real butter, real products, and real services. And it was happening just the way it happens in our day-to-day life. So when you go to the market with your neighbor, sometimes you exchange things without using cash. Of course, when you come out and she has bought tomatoes and you've bought potatoes and you need some tomatoes, you'll be like, let me give you this potato and please can you give me 3 tomatoes or 2 tomatoes? That is better. So troptions started as butter money, digital butter money, long before the world even understood blockchain. So they acted as digital money. So if you were asking about digital money, oh my God, digital money, the digital money is here. Troption started a long way before Bitcoin. So in my experience right now, when I first learned about troptions, looking at troptions unity as an example, I honestly didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because growing up, I've only seen crypto from the speculation side. Growing up all these years since 2016 when I started crypto, becoming serious around 2020 and 2021, I've only seen the speculation side of crypto. Tokens pumping and tokens dumping. But discovering the history of troptions, it has opened my mind and also humbled me at the same time. Because it has taught me that innovation doesn't always scream loudly, but sometimes it evolves silently across decades. Because look at it right now, you're also listening to this podcast, but you don't know about troptions, right? You're also listening to this podcast, but you don't know about troptions unity, you don't know about troptions, you don't know about Troptions Gold, you don't know about Troptions Pay, you have no idea. But you've been in crypto, but you have no idea on what that is. Can you imagine? Okay, there's another myth that has been happening in crypto where some few elements think that actually utility doesn't matter, but hype alone is actually enough. And I think, to me, this is a lie. Many think that as long as people buy the token, the price will go up. So most people care about how many people are holding the token. Oh, are people holding this token? Oh my God, are people buying this token? Oh my God, we have 3,000 people in our ecosystem. Oh my God, it has grown to 7,000 people in our ecosystem. Oh my God, over the last 3 months, 10,000 people join our ecosystem. And that's what they brag about. But I saw the hype with OneCoin. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I saw the hype with Platincoin. All hype collapses the moment the music stops. Of course, people think that the media will still write about their token, the podcast will still discuss and podcast about their token, the focus will be on their token, but the world moves so fast. Very soon, the next 3 months, nobody will be talking about you and hyping you. But what will happen to your ecosystem? What will happen to your innovation? I'm going to give you a real example here. You know how people rush to buy new trendiest shoes? Then 6 months later, no one actually wants to put them on. No one wants to look at them. No one wants to even remember that you had some Gucci. That is the hype. But we've also seen shoes with real durability, real purpose, real function that last. You've seen winter shoes. When it's time for winter, trust me, however fashionable you are, you'll get in those warm shoes. When it's time for a summer, you will put away your winter shoes and put on, some cool light slippers. It means they have real durability, they have real purpose, they have real function. Okay? That is the same with crypto. But nobody is telling you this truth. So it has to be real. It has to have a long-term value that comes with it. It has to have usefulness, it has to have partnerships on board, it has to have technology, it has to have adoption, it has to have to take integration. I've been talking about Troptions and Troptions unit of later, and I think people are asking themselves, why is he speaking about this entire asset all the way long? Of course, Troptions Unity is integrating in Solana. And I think this is a major signal that it is not hype, but it is trying to be part of the biggest evolution ever. So, just like our phones update the softwares to get better, ecosystems also evolve. There are people who think crypto is only about making money, right? But I think this is a lie. People believe that crypto is only an investment tool. But this is wrong. Crypto can also be a humanitarian tool. Crypto can also be a fundraising tool. Crypto can also be a trading tool. It can also be a reward system. It can also be an infrastructure backbone. I'm going to give you an example from real life here. We have what we call mobile money here in East Africa. There's what people call mobile money that they use to transact from one person to another. E-cash, digital money, digital cash. People first thought it was only to be used for sending cash from one person to another, and that's it. But as technology has evolved, people use mobile money or M-Pesa to buy airtime. People use mobile money and M-Pesa to pay for school fees. People use mobile money and M-Pesa to pay for water, to pay for electricity. It became an entire ecosystem, and they keep innovating every single day. Crypto is also going through the same journey. If it leaves you, it will leave you forever. I think I also used to think that crypto was just a digital investment. But looking at what Troption's Unity asset is doing, it is really opening my mind to crypto being not just a digital investment, but also a movement. And not just a movement, but with a cause, a platform for helping people, including addressing global issues like fentanyl addiction and also charity, to be done with micro donations. I think this is a change for me. This is a change that will change everything. If you happen to think that all tokens are created equal, that is a very, very big lie. That is a very, very big lie. People think that every token is just a token. Same thing, same everything. Same token, but just different logo. But I think my experience has taught me otherwise. OneCoin taught me the pain of a fake coin. Yes, you can hold fake coins without any technology or blockchain behind them. But looking at Troptions and Troptions Unity right now, it is teaching me the power of structured ecosystems. Think of schools. They all call themselves schools. But some have teachers, some have buildings, some have laboratories, some have completely nothing. Tokens are the same. So before investing in token, look at certain standards. Look at what the token stands for. Look at its mission, look at its ecosystem, its infrastructures, its leadership, its real-world connections, its technology back end, its transparency. Is it really here to serve any purpose? Some tokens actually exist here for hype. Some tokens exist here for use cases. Some tokens exist here for community empowerment. And only if you survive long enough to be meaningful. Previously, in my other podcast episodes, I was talking about try and error crypto tokens. There is a myth that crypto builders must always shout, right? There are people who think that the more loud the crypto project is, the more legit, the more it will actually produce results. So people think that projects must be everywhere, trending, loud, marketing aggressively, posting here and there, appearing on news, paying big influencers to talk about them, to make videos about them, pay ex-influencers to tweet about them, and then they receive 100,000 of impressions. But here's the truth I learned. Real builders build quietly. They don't make noise, but trust me, they deliver. This is why Troptions have existed for over 20 years right now. Not because of the noise, but because of the innovation, because of the evolutions and the purpose. Okay? Because you wouldn't actually think that Troptions have tokens that are worth $10,000, that are worth $7,000, that are worth $3, because they are nowhere. You don't know them, but they have their small ecosystems that know what they are doing, that know what they are building. Think about this. The best chefs don't shout in the kitchen. The best chefs do not talk in the kitchen, but they focus, they work, they cook, and people only see the results when food comes out. Builders in crypto also work the same way. And I think this is what is making some projects different from the other. I want to believe that success actually takes time, right? The world celebrates overnight success, but forgets the 10 years behind it. And if you are following quick success, I think you're forgetting some important fundamentals. If you are following projects that make a louder noise, you will actually end up following projects that have less work done. If you also fail to learn from your past mistakes, you will then not have any lessons to push you ahead in life. I think it is really worth to support ecosystems that support people. Because at the end of the day, I believe crypto should be a tool, but not a trap. I want to thank everybody that has spent their time to listen to my crypto myths that I really think people are getting wrong. Thank you so much for listening to this vulnerable and honest episode. And as always, please stay focused, stay curious, stay patient, and never forget that crypto is not about getting rich quickly, but it's about evolving, it's about learning, it's about building a better financial future for yourself and for the people